Hey guys, what's up? It's Newbie, and welcome to Minecraft, where if you haven't been playing lately, Notch has just released 1.1. Well, not just released, it released it yesterday, but I've been at school, doing nothing, because we've been celebrating Martin Luther King. So we're gonna jump straight into it, looking at the patch notes. If you guys can't read, I'll just show this video about what's new. The whole title screen hasn't changed much besides the fact that there's now, of course, 1.1, and a little globe. Once you click on the globe, comes the languages. So if you are a different language other than the United States English, then, you can actually understand what's going on. It varies from, SD or to all the way to pirate. So the next change we have is whenever you create a single player world, if you go to the more world options, the new world type is super flat. Super flat is, of course, super flat. If you see here, there is absolutely no trees of any kind. It's 3 blocks down to bedrock, so it'll be pretty good for building overhead structures. And the most common type of mob you'll find here is normally slimes, because right now we are at 5, which is way down at base level. So yeah, wondering why these piggies spawn down here. Probably because of grass. Oh well. Also, along the line of updates, there is now bow enchantments, where, of course, you place a bow inside one of these enchantment tables. You can get different things that go along with the bow. Of course, I'm on creative, so I don't have anything to, I don't have any levels to spend this on, but you guys can see the point now. Previously, bows couldn't be enchanted. Next on the line of updates is now in creative mode. If you scroll all the way down to the very bottom, you will find these eggs, which in return, you probably guessed it, spawn creatures, or mobs, or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in some magma cubes. That's awkward. You can't spawn those in the normal. Spawn in a squid. There you go. You have squids. And that takes us into our very next update, which is now wolves, or once you take the wool from sheep, they will eventually start eating. That makes any sense. These little guys scanning for food, even though I've placed food all around them. So let's give these guys a couple seconds. Oh, why don't you eat? Eat some grass. There you go. That guy just ate some grass. And so we're gonna take his wool again. So now, if you want, you can farm a single piece of sheep. That didn't make much sense. You can farm a single sheep for a lot more wool than previously. Okay, on with a few more updates. Ladders no longer have a collision box, so they can be approached from the right and left side. And also, along with the ladders, they removed the collision box on top, I guess, where you can no longer stand on the ladder. You have to constantly press upwards if you want to be on the ladder. So that removes all forms of parkour. I just flew away. Next up is the brewing station, which, if you guys didn't know, it took a lot longer than 20 seconds to brew a potion. Now, with the new update, it only takes 20 seconds. Jeb or Notch, or I think it's just Jeb that works on the game now. I was getting lots of complaints about saying how long it took these to brew, so he lowered the time down to 20 seconds. So you see there, it's already done, and it has no effects. So we're gonna go ahead and drink this and get a very, very awkward noise. There's a new golden apple recipe, which is a lot easier to make, since now you can, 1 golden ingot can be broken down into 9 nuggets. Apple in the center, nuggets all around it, and there you go, even with 1 leftover nuggets. The golden apple now has been replaced, so it only lasts for it's a lot less time, only 2.5 hearts. But if you think about it, what else are you going to use the gold for? And in a second, I'll show you an easy way to get apples. One of the last new updates is that biomes now are smoother. So instead of having a really choppy mess going on, They smoothed it out, so now it just blends in better. And also, the last update that I have on the list is that trees now drop apples. Of course, I couldn't get footage of this because I was just too lazy. Point spoken. That if you do, literally, I'm not joking here, if you knock down all the trees, there's a chance that it'll drop apples, which is now a lot easier since they could only be found in dungeons before. That's why, of course, I showed you guys the golden apple recipe, which is now a lot easier to make. But there you go, guys. There's everything in 1.1. There's probably a little bit more that I missed, and that's a really funkin' looking tree.